There exists an ancient order originating in the Ionian Isles dedicated to the preservation of balance. Order, chaos, light, darkness, all things must exist in perfect harmony, for such is the way of the universe. This order is known as the Kinko, and it employs a triumvirate of shadow warriors to uphold its causes in the world. Shen is one of these shadow warriors, entrusted with the sacred duty of watching the stars, exercising judgment untainted by prejudice. Born to a clan whose members have decorated the ranks of the Kinko for generations, Shen was trained his entire life to become the Eye of Twilight, and thereupon to dispassionately determine what must be done in the interest of the equilibrium. As his final trial to ascend to his position, he was made to attend the Takanu, a ceremony in which his father was tortured before his eyes to test his resolve. Any reaction whatsoever would have resulted in his immediate disqualification, but he never averted his gaze and never blinked, not once. As the Eye of Twilight, Shen must make decisions which would buckle the wills of ordinary men. Removing all emotion from the equation, he now works with his fellows, Akali and Kennen, to enforce the balance of Valoran. This hallowed pursuit has unsurprisingly led the triumvirate to the fields of justice. Zed is the first ninja in 200 years to unlock the ancient forbidden ways. He defied his clan and master, casting off the balance and disciplines that had shackled him all his life. Zed now offers power to those who embrace knowledge of the shadows, and slays those who cling to ignorance. An orphan, Zed was taken in and trained by a great ninja master. Only one other student appeared to be Zed's equal, the master's son, Shen. It seems Zed could never win the favor of the master, as every match between the rivals ended in a draw. Frustrated and jealous, he sought an advantage. The young ninja ventured into a sealed part of the clan's temple, where he found an ornate, foreboding box. Sensing the dark knowledge within, Zed knew he should not open it, but he peered inside nonetheless. In an instant, shadows touched his mind, revealing techniques that had long been hidden. Now armed with the secret edge, he challenged Shen, and this time he defeated the master's son. He expected praise and recognition in his moment of victory, but somehow the master knew Zed had used forbidden ways, and banished him. Humiliated, the young ninja wandered for years. His bitterness turned to ambition, and he began to train others in the style of shadows. As his power grew, so did his circle of followers. But he knew that without the box, his technique would never be perfect. One day, Zed looked at his followers and saw that his students were now an army. He led them back to the temple to claim his prize. At the gates, he was surprised to find the old master waiting, receiving Zed and his disciples as if they were welcome guests. The old man laid his sword at Zed's feet, declaring that he had failed Zed as his master. By banishing his former student, the master had doomed Zed to the shadows. Instead of leading him to the balanced path, the old man implored Zed to enter the temple, destroy the box, and lead his followers to balance. The dark ninja followed the master inside. Moments later, the assembled ninjas heard a cry out in pain. Mysteriously, he emerged unscathed, and drew the severed head of the master at Shen's feet. Screaming in rage, Zed commanded his followers to slaughter the master's students and seize the box. That day, the old ninja order fell. Though many students died, some escaped thanks to Shen's heroic efforts. Now the temple is a dark training ground for the Order of Shadow. Zed rules as the Order's master, and his edict is simple: perfect one's technique and kill all ninjas who refuse to embrace the shadows.
Challenge me, Shen. You shall not be an orphan long.
So I go.